This is everything we ate at Japan. But first, let's start at the Plaza Premium Lounge. So we have a Premier Miles credit card, and that allows us to enter the Premier Plaza Lounge for free and eat whatever food they have there. You can also rest up and do whatever you want, but we came in for the buffet before flying off. They also have a little play area for your kids if you want them to play and get really tired before the flight. We flew Pala and this is what they served us. It was pretty good. When we got to the airport, we noticed that there was a vending machine that accepted GCash. So we were so excited about that we just had to try out this water. And it's just soda water. It tasted weird. That evening, we went to like this legit yakiniku restaurant and like all the dishes were super affordable and they were so good. Like honestly, unlike anything we've ever had in Cebu. That morning, we woke up bright and early and we just walked over to the nearest convenience store. I honestly forgot which one it was. This is like in October, but they had so many food and honestly, my husband and I were quite disappointed because we couldn't eat everything we wanted to, but they had so much food and they were all legit. Oh, and I got like this onigiri set. It was so good. The hotel we were staying at served breakfast and every single day you could choose from like 3 main dishes. And I tried every single day to get something new. We were there for about 5 days, so I had more than enough time to eat everything. Our first day was honestly quite traumatizing. Our son was completely thrown off his sleeping schedule. He was cranky, he was crying, and we were forced to walk the streets of Tokyo with a crying child who only wanted to breastfeed me. So that was quite a challenge. We ended up not being able to go out for lunch, but my mother-in-law was kind enough to buy us some ramen from a restaurant that they were eating at. And honestly, it was alright. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of it, or maybe because it wasn't hot when we got it. So I'm curious if it was warm, if it would taste better. My personal goal whenever we travel is to try out every single McDonald's that I can. But on this trip, we ended up going to a KFC. Which is really not the vibe that I was going for, but it was the vibe that would keep my son happy and fed. So we got nuggets, we got some fries, and yeah, it was just like a cute little moment, and I liked it. Like, the place is so clean, it's self-service, and basta, nalipay akong anak. He even got stickers. So that evening, we ended up going to an arcade because we just wanted the kids to have fun after like that really long, grueling day. And I got this apple juice, which was really cute. Tastes like apple juice, honestly. I don't know what to tell you. But the highlight of this evening was when we went to that Michelin guided katsu place. And I did a separate vlog about that, so you might want to check it out. The next morning, we woke up bright and early, and then we had this tofu egg, whatever, something. It was pretty good. Honestly, one of my favorite meals of the hotel. Everything else, like, honestly, I got kind of tired of after a while. And then we went to the temples. Don't ask me which one because like I said, this was like 2 months ago, so I've completely forgotten everything. And honestly, it was so packed that we had the hardest time getting anything. If you're a big group, one of the challenges in Japan is finding a place to eat. So we really struggled in that department. But in between that, we ended up going to this ice cream shop that serves like 7 levels of matcha. And I'm not a matcha girl. I don't like matcha at all. I think it tastes like grass, which technically is what it is, but I went along for shits and giggles, and I ended up getting North some strawberry ice cream, and it was pretty good. Like, he liked it, I liked it. The kids ended up liking our ice cream more because they got so tired of all the matcha they were eating. For lunch, we finally found like this little restaurant at the side of the road by the temple. I had katsudon again, which honestly I'm not complaining about because it was good. They gave us a plastic spoon and bowl for our baby to eat in, and we also brought some fruits with us. Honestly, snacks for your kids whenever you travel, that is the key. So this is what my husband ordered. He had some fish. We did some exploring of the city, and in the evening we found this restaurant on Google that had like pretty high remarks, but honestly I would not recommend it because it was a fail. It was actually a bar more than it was a restaurant, and like, we didn't really get to eat anything. And like, honestly, I was so hungry at that point that right after we had dinner, because I barely ate anything, I urged my husband to walk with me to the closest grocery, where I went hard. Like, honestly, I bought so much stuff, and I would say this was one of the most peaceful meals I had on this trip because North was asleep. The next day came rolling around the corner and I got some tomato soup. Then we went to Sujiki Market, which is like this really big seafood market. Honestly, I would not recommend bringing your kids there because there's not really a lot of place for you to sit. Most of the people stand while eating. It's quite a struggle if you're with your kids. But I would have to say, I would go through all that struggle again just for the tuna sashimi. Honestly, I thought that I was eating salmon sashimi, but it was tuna. I'm not a huge tuna fan, but I would not complain. Honestly, let me give it a shot. And I'm thinking about it 2 months after, and this is pure torture. I got my husband some dumplings. They were alright. We walked around the area for, I think, a good hour trying to find a restaurant that would accommodate all of us, but we were unable to find anywhere to eat. And actually, some of the restaurants turned us down because they didn't speak English. But we ended up going to like one of these restaurants very close to our hotel, and we ordered food. And I got like this miso mackerel, and it was so good. Oh my god, this was on my birthday. So again, on my birthday, we went to the same restaurant we ate at on the first night because our niece, Nicole Borromeo, who won third runner-up for Miss, what is it again? Miss International. She was coming in from her hotel to come see the family. So actually, this was a family trip because we wanted to go and support Nick on her Miss International journey, and she won, so it was great. North ended up having some Baskin and Robbins back at the hotel from his ate Sabrina, and he was so happy. Oh my god, the zoomies after. And then we went back and got some more. We went back to the grocery and picked up some salmon sashimi because I wanted some, and we ate it on the floor on my birthday while drinking beer with Paulo, and it was honestly just like a very cute moment. One of the things that we were really looking forward to trying out that we didn't actually get to at like a regular restaurant was tempura, like any and every kind of tempura. But on the way back, our bus was able to stop somewhere for like a good hour and a half, and we were able to eat so many different kinds of tempura. It was so good. What did I like the most? I liked everything, and I got the ice cream. I'm so happy about that. And then we got to the airport, and it was time to go home, and we got some soba for North. Okay, we're gonna go play now. So that's basically everything that we ate in Japan.